G'day, welcome back to Goldson's Gold Making Weekly Recap, The War Within, episode 20. So, in the last week, I'm down 1,581,625 gold. My total gold earned since the launch of the War Within expansion is currently zero. I've recorded 1,707 hours across 2 accounts of in-game time, which means I have lost, on average, 5.4k gold per hour. I ended up deciding not to sell my wares until the Season 2 demand kicks in. We also had a lot of fun participating in K-Chak's 24-hour stream, and we had a little win. I have also been using thaumaturgy a lot to try and offset some of my expenditures. But all in all, I had a pretty full-on week as usual. Stay tuned for a more in-depth review on how I tracked my gold and how I spent my time in the game after the intro. G'day truth seekers and confused admirers, Goldson here, showing you a different mindset regarding virtual wealth creation. By setting goals, minimizing the distractions, the power of being focused and consistent. My goal for the War Within is to obtain 100 million gold. Join me on my adventure where I can impart knowledge and important life lessons that has made me the person who I am today. Ahoy hoy everyone, the ship has sailed. 2024 is now out of the way and we've got 2025 coming up. It's the 7th of January already. It's gone quick. The last week's gone really quick for me. A little update. I did say in my last video that I was going to make the slow and steady carnivore weight loss series. I did make that channel, mind you. I did publish it. I made a video, I made everything, and I got some comments on there. One comment especially from Ian Craft. He said, "You got this, bro," and I read that and I was like, yeah, man, but I appreciate the comment, man, and I am going to continue doing it. But there is a but. I've discontinued the channel because money's getting a bit tight from us now, and after redoing our 2025 budget, I really can't afford to dedicate. I have to try and dedicate less time to the channel, or like less time of being on YouTube and playing video games, and focus more on working for Uber. If you don't know, I'm an Uber driver. My missus is also working, I guess, labour hire. I don't know. I kind of don't want to tell everyone what she does, but she basically scans things and makes things go where they're supposed to be, I guess. And no, it's not Amazon, but she does have a decent job. So at the moment, my missus is a bit of a breadwinner, and the last 6 months, been 6 to 8 months since I started the channel, she's been supporting me the whole way through. So God bless her soul. I love you very much. Thank you, darling. But I think now is the time. Well, I can safely say I've established the channel by now, and it's just a moment of just doing every weekly video. We're going to have some videos, like obviously coming up soon about the PTR. Excited for Season 2, patch 10.1, or 11.1, sorry. I saw the map of the Undermine. I put it on me X feed. It was pretty cool, man. Like, I'm just thinking, like, the Undermine isn't going to be where the War Within is. It might be, like, where the volcano, where the Goblin City is, underneath there. So who knows? But yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna, with the weight loss channel, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do my weekly challenge, like write down all my stuff. I'm not gonna take the photos anymore and show what I'm eating. Basically, all I'm doing is going full carnivore, ketovore, right? And I'm just gonna count the calories and just eat less than what my body needs to consume. And at that moment, it's 2,400 calories. Which is, I'm eating like nowhere near that, but which means that on average I'm going to lose half a kilo per week if I sit around 1,800 calories, 2,000 calories a week, which I can achieve on a carnivore ketovore diet. But I'm just not going to film it anymore because I need to have more time. I had this grand idea of getting one of those walk and talk cameras things and going for walks and talking shit about weight loss and that, like. Maybe in the future, but right now money's a bit tight and things are getting a bit tough out there. You know, if you can relate, you know, cost of living's going up. But if anything, we're gonna try and ignore all of that reality, and we're going to talk about World of Warcraft economies, because at the moment, the World of Warcraft economy is way more interesting than the current economy. If you are in a Western country, we are being fucked over. But we're going to go into it. Where's my button? Ah, there she is. There she is. All right. So what did we craft? What did I craft? Well, I did about 5.4 million golds worth in revenue. Revenue is different to profit. I'm not sure what profitability we're looking at there, but it might be a bit, it might be not much. But I've got it in order of what I've made. I made basically sunset spell threads. I spent a bit of gold and made like my own bolts, rank 2 bolts again, because it's every 10 days. So it's like every 2 weeks I make like a set of like bolts with my tailoring army. As you know, I've got 92 of them, and well, yeah, eventually I'm going to have 94 of them because I got the 2 main tailors as well, but it doesn't matter. Either way, we're making our own spell threads. I did actually record every time I made a craft, how many I get roughly, just to get a ratio, because I need to figure out my exact crafting costs, you know, because I know how much it costs me to make all my bolts and all that stuff. And then I sort of need to make a spreadsheet that tells me exactly how much profit I make every time I click the button. Because if I can do that, then I can get the price, like the minimum sell price. And then I'm pretty sure by next season, I'm going to have TSM installed. I really need to get that installed and use it just to post auctions. And like, I think the best method is to not post all of them at one time. At the moment, I'm posting everything at once, and then I'll just cancel it every couple of hours or whatever, and then eventually it sells down. But I think that just rips into your deposit costs too much. So I think the best method is to like have your prices like from the spreadsheet, and then import them into TSM, sort of work it out. I think it works exactly the same as functions, like as in on the spreadsheets. So I definitely need to work it out. I definitely know it's possible. I just need to work it out, and then hopefully I can just sit there and post like a little bit, or like K-Check always says, post a little bit and often as possible, which makes sense because if you're posting often, and especially if I'm trying to offload all of this crafted gear in season 2, like I just want to post, just sit there all day and just post like 1 or 2 at a time, and just keep doing that. Do it for 12 hours, and like no cancel scanning, just post. Yeah, I think that's the go. What else? So I made a shitload of flask of alchemical chaos. We're ramping up production of this, and like we're about halfway in terms of production. So this is roughly a week I can craft. And as we increase my knowledge points, because I'm about halfway. I need like, I would say like 170, 180 more points to go, which might take. I'm not sure if I can get that in like before season 2, but it doesn't really matter. But either way, I'm ramping the production of these flask of alchemical chaos. So crafting these with rank 2 mats is going to be big profit, man. Big profit. Because as you know, the prices from rank 2 to rank 3 are actually like about 5 times more value because of the refining process, which is the best thing, I reckon. Because if it didn't have that refining process, the prices could be all over the show. And it's like tailoring bolts. So like if it was a similar setup with the tailoring, like the prices from rank 2 to rank 3 were like 4 or 5 times greater, then we would definitely see more profitability with the tailors. I'm still holding out on the tailors until we see this PTR, man. Like some people reckon it might be like this Thursday, Friday, or they said, Blizzard officially said they're doing raid testing on this coming Thursday or Friday. So I can't remember what that actually means. Is it raid testing only, or is it like the full zone and all that stuff? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Or they just spin up like a half server and just you get a bunch of free gear and then you go straight in. I don't know. We'll have to. I'm not going to test the raid, but I might test the raid just to see what new recipes they got in there. Who knows? We'll definitely make a video on that and see what's going on. We made some more enchant weapon, authority of depths. I'm pretty much just making these flat out. Like this seems like the most popular weapon enchant for sure. Blasphemites, we made 3,829 of them. So that's include that. Blasphemite production is from my alchemy alts. They're producing a bit, but most of that blasphemites are produced via my thermatology process. Hopefully the price of these will appreciate. I'm definitely hoping on it. Like you see in the proof of gold section coming up how much inventory and shit I got, man. I'm currently stockpiling now, so I'm gonna have a heaps more. So I could definitely see my gold going right down to like near fucking zero if I keep holding on to all this shit. But who knows? That means I really have to get TSM this time and figure it out. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sitting on a lot of potential gold, and if I don't sell it properly or quick enough, then I'm gonna be in the shit, and I don't want that, mind you. I'm trying to get to 100 million. I'm trying not to get to zero, but like I don't know. I'm sort of like a baby in the darkness. I'm stumbling through the trees, no torch. I'm just trying to find anything I can get my hands on. But you know, this is the journey after all, and we try and do our best. You know, nothing's perfect here. I made some daybreak spell threads. I'm still making them. I'm thinking the best. Instead of crafting my tailoring bolts every 10 days, I'll just craft all of the tailoring bolts, and then I'll just use my concentration to turn them into daybreak and sunset spell threads, and then just hodl them. Because if I make spell threads if I make the tailoring bolts every 10 days, it's not. I make too many bolts. I can't consume them in that amount of time. So I think it makes sense to just, if I run out of bolts, I'll make more, you know what I mean? Instead of selling them, I just make them for myself and then turn them into spell threads. What I really want to see is like an infused spell thread, like where they conjoin sunset and daybreak into one mega spell thread, which would be pretty cool. I made a video about it last week about potential recipes and reagents and stuff like that. It's a bit of a wishful thinking video, if anything. Yeah, we'll see, because it makes sense to make a better spell thread, because at the moment there's one that was data mined that I saw on K-Check's, I think it was in his stream or one of the videos he made, but like there was a leather working, what do you call it, armor kit that says it gives stats to main stat to everything, and it's like, oh, if they're putting main stat on that, then these spell threads here are fucking redundant, because if there's a better armor kit but it doesn't make sense for them to introduce an armor kit that's better than these spell threads. You know, it makes sense to make like a new spell thread as well. I don't know, but hopefully we can find out before next weekly recap, I guess. We'll find out. Vandus Runes, we're going to sell some more of them until fucking they're worth nothing. Yeah, that's what I crafted. Oh yeah, here is a quick revenue. You can sort of see the breakdown. So spell threads, the flasks, you know, these things are a lot of. The Vandus Runes aren't as much revenue. Daybreak spell threads not too much. Yeah, the big ticket items here are the sunset spell threads. So if I'm spending like sort of this kind of money every week, man, like we're gonna have no money before season. Fucking hell. Well, let's have a look at the goal review. We've done 2 out of 4. We got create a new intro. I've been delaying the shit out of that. I actually tried making it this morning, and I realized that I want more in that video, just because it's going to be a video that I use all the time. But I got more goals coming up in the video showing you all that, what I got planned anyway. We'll go through it. I created 26 new tunes at level 20 on the new accounts. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, piece to piece. It takes like less than an hour to set up a tune. So it took me while I was doing like thermatology on the second monitor. I was just doing this like just to kill time, like, and having more accounts does make sense, because you can like divide your time up instead of just waiting on one thing. I honestly really get it now. Like, more accounts, the more you can manage, the more gold you can make. That's kind of like what I want to get 5 accounts total, so I can have 4 on the side screen and then 1 active, so I could be doing something active on one screen while the other ones are kind of passive rolling, crafting and doing whatever they need to do. I purchased some WoW tokens. Maybe that's why I'm down a bit, because they weren't cheap. They were about, I guess, over 300,000 a pop. Maybe a million I spent. I don't know. Can't remember. But we bought some tokens. So we'll be buying tokens the first day of every month and just adding it to the account, just to make it easier. You know, every first of every month, buy WoW tokens for all the accounts. Done. Which might, if 5 accounts, that's going to cost like $1.5 million a month. So we need to make minimum $1.5 million. I mean, gold. $1 million would be nice. Babysit some of your inventory. Sell down some risk. I didn't end up doing it. I just said, fuck it, I'm just going to hodl it. Hopefully, hoping it's going to be worth something. So I don't want to get rid of it now because its prices are pretty cheap and there's not much demand. So I'm just going to hodl it for a little bit. See how we go. Extra activities. We got fucking, what do we got? I created a 5th account. So 5 in total on the NA region. So the 5th account is kind of like I was trying to make a level 70 twink. Apparently, if you don't upgrade to the War Within and you end up just having the basic World of Warcraft account Dragonflight, you can only level up to level 70. But apparently, when you're level 70 and you gear him out using the Dragonflight crafted gear from Dragonflight and a few world bosses here and there, you can like twink yourself out and be like really strong. So you can, and I was thinking the 5th account can like boost the other 4 accounts like in dungeons, and like I can run my own dungeons, because I was doing it with the level 11 twink before, but apparently the macro that you use is a bit, how you going, like they don't like it. So I thought I might just make a level 70 twink and just do it legit. So I don't know. Also participated in K-Check's 24-hour stream. That was really cool, man. Like, props off to him, man, and his wife for setting that up, man. Like, I honestly felt like I was part of a community, and yeah, I still haven't joined the Discord. I don't really enjoy Discord because I know I'll just keep. I won't stop until I consume all the information on Discord. I had it in the past when I had a guild, or I was in a guild before, and people sharing. So it was great community. I should really join K-Check's Discord, just have a foot in the door. But at the same time, like if I know if I go in there, I'm going to learn more shit, and then it might inhibit my journey, I guess, in a way. It might be obviously a positive way, but it probably won't feel like it's more like my decisions type thing. Like I kind of want to showcase my journey and not just copying other people, like flat out, I guess. I don't know, but like, yeah, I definitely enjoyed that stream for sure. And I'm staying up for 24 hours. I think I did about 18 hours. I woke up and it was about 5 or 6 hours in, and yeah, I stayed up all night, and I reckon we both crashed at the same time, to be honest. I managed to get 325 gold in during the hide and seek event, which I really, really liked. To be honest, the first one, the Draenei one, I won because he still had the coordinates up on the screen. So I saw it and I was like, oh, that's the Draenei zone. Oh, there's the coordinates. So I just went straight there. And the second time, the stream told him the coordinates and that was showing and shit, but. And then the second one was the Blood Elf one. And the Blood Elf was on the hill overlooking like some sort of city. I think it was Silver Moon City. I don't know. But I just basically just went up. I watched all these people trying to get up this hill, and I was like, oh, okay. Then I sort of found a better way to get up the hill. And then as I got up the hill, there he was. K-Check's NPC ult was there. It was pretty. I was like, I won again. Cool. And then the third one, I missed out on the Iron Forge, on top of the Iron Forge gates. I was trying to. Me and this other dude were like going around like the long way trying to get up this hill, and man, I couldn't find a way to get up, and then someone else ended up getting there, but I'm pretty sure they cheated, because like me and this other dude were like trying to get up and we never saw anyone around us. So, but anyway, I don't know. But the fourth one I ended up winning was the Darnassus one, or the Night Elf one, and I logged in and heaps of people were doing that, and they were going up the tree at the starting zone. I was like, oh, it's probably not up the tree. So I went to Dolinar, and then I went up in the spiral because it looked like the video looked like it was on a high elevation looking down. And I was like, oh yeah, it's got to be up in here. It's got to be up high looking down. And I went there and I was like, nah, nothing's here. And then I went /who, and then I was like, no K-Chak there. I was like, oh, he's probably in the city. So I just journeyed on the mount all the way to Darnassus, right? And then I was like looking around, and I remember seeing like the color of the pole, where it was, because he was in shadow meld, AFK in shadow meld behind a like brown pole, and you can see either side of it. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that color. So I saw the color and I was like, okay, where is it? And then I was going up. It took me like the third building. I went up, and I was like, and I saw everyone else is in the same zone. I was like, oh, I think we're in the right spot. And then I sort of jumped up this tiny bit, and then I walked around. I was like, where the hell is he? And then I saw that he was right in front of me. Got his shadow melt. I'm like, oh, so I clicked on him and I traded, and I got 3 out of 4. So I was pretty happy. But you know, obviously I made more gold in K-Chak's stream, and I'm down 1.5 mil. I was like, fuck no. Oh, funny times, fun times. But yeah. I'll definitely join the Discord one of these days. I really need to work more and get some income in. Proof of Gold's coming up now. I'll show you a bit of my inventory in this one, and show you just so you can get an idea of how much I'm holding. So have a look, and we'll cut to that now, eh? It's weird as, boys. Fucking Proof of Gold. We're gonna log straight in today, man. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be negative thumbnail for sure, but you know, we are stockpiling shit, I guess. You know what I mean? All right, so we're in. We'll chuck down. Go to the guild bank first for something different, and you can sort of, or just so you can sort of see. I'm filling up all. This is all bloody sunset spell threads here. So there's what 2,800 of them. Got a stockpile of blastomites there. What have I got? I've got some file of concentrated ingenuity, some flasks of alchemical chaos, just sitting here. I'm just gonna hold it. What else I got? Some Dawnweave bolts, rank 3. I shouldn't have made them, but be the last time I make those, unless anything changes. What else I got? I got Daybreak spell threads here, stockpile. What else I got? And I just got some gear that I'll disenchant one day, I guess. But what do we got? It's the same gold, 576. Can pretty much just copy that down. Check the war bank. Let's have a look. 7620. 7620. 024. Okay, now let's see how much money we've got on the actual account itself. Where we got alcoholic, scroll down. Oh yeah, no, well sorry, it's 308,129 gold. 308,129. Okay, and I guess we'll log. Oh no, sorry, we need to put the hours in. I nearly forgot. So 427 days, 12 hours, 12 hours 17 minutes. So 427 days, 12 hours 17 minutes. Okay, now we can log off. We'll log on to the other characters. So we'll log into Borealis Bank. We'll see what's going on. We're definitely going to be down. But that's okay. We might have a down week, and then we might have down weeks all the way until the patch launches. But then we'll have big thumbnails. So we'll see. Okay, we'll get the account data first. Okay, so it's 1197. 1197 151, so like 1.1 mil really. Okay, now the time, so 54 days 22 hours, 54:22, and how many minutes we got? 44 minutes. Well, we might as well log out and then we'll go through what we got, eh? Okay, so we scroll to the right, and you can see here we've got the 7th of January. So we'll scroll that down. So we're at 9.7. So we're down 1.5 mil. Probably not that bad considering I haven't really sold anything because I'm stockpiling stuff, mind you. But we did manage to put in 117 hours. So I'm putting in more hours across the two accounts because really I'm kind of utilizing 2 accounts now more. Before I was just using 1, but now I'm getting used to like using 2 accounts, and then in the future have 3 accounts, 4 accounts. 4 accounts seems like enough, to be honest. I think in total I want 5 active accounts. So I'll have 4 AFK doing their thing, and then I'll have 1 active. So 5 accounts. pretty much all the same would be probably the best setup for me personally. But so let's see. So we're negative 13.5K on average. So really, since the launch of the War Within, we're actually lost 9.3 million. So that's not good. It's definitely not great. We'll definitely keep going, because I'm pretty adamant, man. I'm not going to give up until I get to 100 million, because that's the whole point of like setting goals. It's like, even if you're in the gutter, the dumpster of your mindset, and you're like, oh, got no hope, there's nothing there for me, blah. If you say that to yourself, and you basically accept it, you know what I'm saying? Like you've accepted it, that's what it's going to be. There's nothing can do to be changed. But if you stick with it, man, I'm telling you, this method will work. We will get to 100 million. I have no doubt in my mind. It's just a matter of time. Like, it might take a little bit longer, it might take a bit less. It doesn't matter. But if you give up, you're never going to get there. And that's the whole point of goal setting. So right now, it's not looking good, to be honest. But like, if you stick with it and you just persevere, go through it, and this applies to anything you do in life, anything. If you can do this mindset in a game, learn it in a game, and then you can apply it to other areas of your life, you will supersede anyone else who's already giving up. Because how many people do you know in your life are just giving up? And you might be included. You might be like, fuck this, man. It's not worth doing anything, And you might be right, but like, if you give up and accept your fate, then that's it. There's nothing else no one's gonna come along and change your life. That's what I've noticed. Because it's all about a journey. Like, it's a journey of self-discovery. You got to figure out what's going on and then slowly work at fixing it, and it might not happen straight away, and that's okay. So we'll head back to the main segment. We'll talk a bit more about it. So yeah, Turu. Yeah, long-term goals. The long-term goal, what is it? Mate, getting 100 mil. All the other long-term goals are pretty much finished. Do I need to make more? I don't know. I think the long-term goal is pretty self-evident at this point. We might make more. I don't know, but earning 100 million, progression towards that, we're still at 0%, ladies and gentlemen. We are building towards 100 million, but it just hasn't been realized or made apparent, I guess. It's a bit tricky, but I know the process. I enjoy the process. I kind of know how I want to get there, slow and steady, like obviously by crafting good concentration, building up capital, using that capital to make more capital, like more profits, like obviously the more capital you have, the more gold you can make. I was watching the playback of K-Check's stream, and Wu, the other billionaire guy, he had a screenshot of all the stuff he was buying. I couldn't really see it. The resolution was a bit out, but I could see like a shitload of augment runes. And I was like, oh yeah. So I'm not holding my augment runes. I'm just dumping them. I'm not sure if Wu's on NA or EU. Probably both. I'm not sure, but but I think he spent like 30 or 40 million, and he plans to make like less than 20% or something like that. So he's still going to make, like, if everything sells, if he gets the volume out the door, he's still going to make like 18 million, 12 million or something like that. Like, I had a quick glance, but it's like you got to have money to make money. The more money you got, the more money you can make, which makes sense. So I got to build my capital up first, and then once we get our if we can get the 100 million gold, then we got some mad capital to play with. Because then if we make 20% on 100 mil, that's like 20 million gold. Boom, done, easy. And then we'll have 120 million. Then we make 20% of that and just compound the shit out of it. But at the moment, it's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be bankrupt by the 26th of May, 2025. Holy shit. According to my graph here, my trajectory, I guess, where the blue line's how we started, and downs and ups and downs, and we went up, now we're going down. But if we keep going on this, we've got 20 weeks to burn out. So hopefully when this thing launches, I think it will launch around week 26, and so around week 26, week 27, or episode 26, 27. That's sort of when we might see a big spike back up. So hopefully we can get back to surplus and then back, hopefully we can just chip away and build our way back up to this projection line here, and obviously surpass that line. So we sort of want to follow it here. We go up, season 2, and then we just chip away, and hopefully we can climb sort of back up to here, and then at the end we just surpass 100 million. So in total will be like 120 million. So new goals. All right, so this one here, I got get Goldson to Voldoon for the new intro video footage. Okay, so this in Voldoon, which is a horde area in Battle for Azeroth, there's a port of Zemlan. Underneath this thing, there's an island here, small island, which is covered in gold. Right, so this island, I remember there's gold there, but because I'm on Goldson, and obviously I did it on another character, I discovered this place here, but I can't get to there on Goldson. I have to like fucking work out how to get there. So I'm going to add that as a goal for this week, is to get Goldson, the character, to this island so we can shoot the intro video. It's really just going to be him dancing, and, you know, instead of the little Meccano guy that was previously on the intro. You would have saw it in today's video, but anyway. Yeah, we're going to create 13 new tunes at level 20 on the 5th account, so one of each class. We're going to try and ensure next week's thumbnail is in the green. I don't know. We're going to ensure that somehow, so that's going to be a lot of thaumaturgy, if anything. If the PTR patch 11.1 comes out, we're going to have a little play test of that. That'll be a goal. And then finally create the new intro video, final edit, production edit for next week. So I've been delaying it. I want to make it how I want it. I'm like a bit of a director, I guess. But yeah, I've been talking way too long, man. But in conclusion, still have positive thoughts on the future, and I just want to know, how's everyone else going out there? You know, like it's a new year. You got any goals and stuff you want to achieve this year? You know, like I know we all have New Year's resolutions. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Mine is basically get to 100 million. Lose 25 kilos, travel to the Philippines for like a bit of a holiday, long-awaited holiday. What else? I think that like three things to achieve. Oh yeah, and try and survive the cost of living crisis in Australia. Holy shit! Like if the inflation keeps going up, mate, we're all gonna be broke. That ain't no joke. That's true. Inflation is a silent killer, mate. We're literally gonna keep spending money to maintain a lifestyle, and the thing is, like, if you're smart about it and you got money, you got to start living like a poor person. Just literally pay for the roof over your head, pay for the utilities, don't go out as much. Just literally don't spend anything, because your burn rate is just getting tanked because of the inflation. And I definitely want everyone to just go out and study Bitcoin, because it's basically a life raft for the sinking ship that is the economy. The fiat currencies are collapsing by design. So if you do really want to safeguard your future, have a look into Bitcoin. That's all I'm going to say on that. Just study it. I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm just telling you to go study it, because there's one thing they don't teach you in school, mate, is they don't teach you one thing about money. They teach you how to work a job, obey the rules, pay your taxes, and don't question anything. That's what they teach you, right? But as an adult now, 36 years old, and I'm pretty sure I'm still capable of critical thought, and I know what's happening in the world. There's a bit of what would you call it? A consolidation happening. So be aware of that, and don't get caught with your tail between your legs, mate, because the reality is going to hit you hard. It's going to hit everyone pretty hard. So if you're set up well, then try and help others, I guess. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your week, guys. I might be back with some videos on the PTR coming up. Thursday, Friday, we'll see. But I am going to be working a lot more, and I'm essentially taking a little bit of a step back from content creation, and it's probably a good thing. So, Turu, thanks, guys. See you later. Alrighty, that's it for the weekly recap. Cheers for sticking to the end. Hope you got something from it. Want more updates? Follow us on X at Goldson_TV. It's all about the journey, and remember, slow and steady always wins the race.